One of the most important things with playing this tune is making sure that you get the chords played for the right amount of time, and that involves muting the strings. Now you're going to be muting the strings with the outside of your picking hand there, so once you've played the chord, you're actually laying down that whole outside of your hand on the strings, probably like a couple of inches away from the bridge there. If you get too close you won't mute it properly, so it wants to come forward a little bit. I often think of it as part of the rhythm, so 1, 2. That mute's coming right on 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3. And each time there, the hand's kind of bouncing off the strings to keep everything muted, because you want the notes to be really quite kind of short, you know, tight sounding. So what I'll do is I'll just do a little close-up of this hand so you can see the way the hand's muting on the strings on it. Something that you don't want to, well, I never kind of thought about it too much. It's just one of those things that you do to try and make your guitar sound like that. So be aware of the technique now when I show it to you, but then you'll have to experiment a little bit to try and get your hand to do it nice and smoothly and in time with the record. It's quite an important bit of it. So let's have a little look at that. Our phone's going off again. Hopefully that gave you a bit of a look at that muting technique. It's really quite an important part of playing this song well. So let's have a look now at the chords for the chorus. What we got here is the G chord without the first finger. We play the bass string, then the whole chord. Then we got a little climb up. Open A string, 2nd fret 5th string, 3rd fret 5th string. So we're just hitting here, after we've hit this C note, we're hitting the G string and then the B string. The G, open, and then the B, which is played with the B string, which is the note D. Then we're going to a D, and we're going to a full D chord this time, not just the little half D. And we're definitely hitting the open A string as well. So all of the strings except the thickest string there. Little fill there sometimes when it's a build up going into a chorus or to the solo. We got a D, D sus4. Sometimes it sounds to me like some of the band's changing to G. Not really sure. I've always played it as a D sus, but it could well be like a little G like that or the full G. Not sure. I play it as a D sus4. That's pretty much the whole tune as far as the sequences goes. The big parts for this is making sure that you get the chords right, you get the chords changed fast enough, that you hit the right strings, so do be a little bit careful about what strings that you're hitting on each chord, and also making sure that you get the chords nice and tight with a little bit of that palm muting. Really makes quite a big difference to the sound, the kind of effect of the whole song, so definitely worth checking out. AC/DC, really good band if you're starting out with transcribing, like learning songs by ear. A lot of their stuff's relatively simple, not simple like it's easy. Angus is an awesome guitar player and he does some super duper hard shit, but the kind of the general chords and stuff are straightforward. There's no tricks in it really. So if you're wanting to look for a band that's got some really good stuff to work out on guitar, it really works. Most of the solos are kind of minor pentatonic based, great to work out. And like I said, there's no tricks there, so if you can hear it, it probably is what it is, you know, which is very cool. So do go and check out, if you haven't checked out much AC/DC, you're really missing out. They're one of the best rock bands of all time, and they're just fantastic. Like, stick them right in the car and rock out. It's wonderful stuff. So yeah, check out some AC/DC, and I'll be there with part 2 of this lesson to check out the guitar solo as soon as you click on the link to it. See you for another lesson sometime real soon. Bye bye.